What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. CFC DP here with yet another video. Chelsea lose 2-1 to Real Madrid in their last preseason friendly in the United States. They have one more next this upcoming Sunday against Inter Milan at Stamford Bridge, and then a week after that, the season begins against Manchester City at home. So a couple of really tough tests that Chelsea have leading up to Manchester City. And we'll break down everything that happened in this match in this video. But first, I want to please give a huge shout out to our sponsor, Simon Phillips Talks Chelsea. Simon has done an amazing job building his community over the years, and he has an amazing Substack channel which has everything a Chelsea fan would need: transfer source news, match analysis, tactical analysis, some watch-alongs that we are now doing on my YouTube channel, and many more things. If you want to go ahead, find the link in the description below, SciPhillipsTalksChelsea.com. You can go ahead in the description, click now, subscribe today, and it is an amazing, amazing platform. So go ahead, get on that now. Now we'll get into the match. Chelsea lose 2-1 to Real Madrid, but I think that there were enough positives where you're like, okay, this is an okay loss. The first 20 minutes, Chelsea were looking like they did against Manchester City, and it was not great. They were getting beat behind with through balls. The center backs were way too narrow. There wasn't enough communications. The offside trap was not working whatsoever. There was not a crazy amount of offensive opportunities in that first 20 minutes, but Maresca was working on the fly, making some changes. And some of those changes that I really enjoyed was sort of morphing it into a back five to limit those gaps that some of those guys could make runs in behind from. So he was bringing Noni Madueke down from right wing into almost a right back position. He was moving Malo Gusto back from his inverted position into a left back and really keeping the play in front of Chelsea. And that was important, I think. And you saw Real Madrid's chances increasingly diminish after that tactical change was made. So that is a positive from Enzo Maresca. Now, why was it not implemented in the beginning? Whatever. We'll see. It's preseason. People are getting used to it. I'm not too incredibly concerned. Some players that really looked good for me today. Enzo Fernandez, I thought, had an amazing game. He was popping up in the attacking midfield area. He was dropping back and playing as a deep line playmaker. He was really a catalyst in the midfield and popping up into different areas, utilizing his passing range. He had a very nice assist for Chelsea's goal, a cross into Madueke, who headed it in. But Enzo Fernandez was really good today, and you kind of saw what Chelsea can envision from him in this system. A very fluid, very flexible role. It's not as stagnant as you would expect. You know, when you have him playing at that attacking midfield position, you know, in the top of that box midfield, they have much more freedom to pop in and out of channels as they see fit, right? They're popping out wide to connect the left back to the wing. They're popping out in the center to help in the build-up. They're dropping all the way deep to get the ball from the goalkeeper. This is a great role for Enzo Fernandez, who I think is the biggest winner from this match because of those changes and the way that he can alter what he sees, and Maresca can alter what he needs from him in order to get the best result. So once that happened, Enzo was fantastic. Really impressed with him today. Romeo Lavia as well took another big step forward for me. He has been the MVP of the preseason so far. He has had an immense impact on all the matches, frankly. His ability to catch the ball in the half turn, his ability to play his defensive role, his passing range. It was all very, very good from Romeo Lavia, and I'm really impressed with how that midfield is starting to shake out. A couple other players, you know, the back line was not as good as I thought it would be today. Levi Colwill was playing that center back position, but he just looks very uncomfortable out there. He looks very uncomfortable with the spacing around him. He looks very uncomfortable making passes. He just does not look like he is ready at this moment. He's going to have to be, because he's going to have to play that role. There's no Thiago Silva to come in. But I would like to see a little bit more communication, a little bit more decisiveness out of that back line. Levi Colwill starts with that. Another thing to note is, Reece James also played that right center back role. He probably will not play against Inter Milan, seeing as we will not have him for the game against Manchester City and the 2 following in that. So we're going to have to figure out how to get him in there. Maybe it's a Wesley Fofana who came in for him in the second half that starts in that position, or maybe it's a Tosin. We'll have to see about that. But I think that his just defensive awareness was so good this game going against Vinny, who he likes to battle with. We've seen him play against him and play well in a number of times. So Reece looked very good in that right center back position. Saw his passing range as well. A couple of losers in this game specifically. I thought Madueke, despite his goal, was not as active as you would like him. Turned the ball over a lot. Raheem Sterling as well, another loser in this game. Turned the ball over a lot. Had some good chance. Had a couple chances. Nkunku had a nice ball to Sterling that he headed over. Chelsea probably could have scored a few more goals this game, but the wingers did not help. And that's going to be a consistent problem, right? Because Mudryk does not, you don't know what you can get from him on the left wing. The right wing, you don't want to really move Palmer out there because of his decisiveness and explosiveness that he has in that right channel or left channel, and that versatility that I said that Enzo has. Palmer will have that same responsibility, right? So you really need these guys to work out in the wings and contribute. Now, Madueke scored. Sterling has scored this preseason, so the goals are there. But in terms of completing dribbles and getting by defenders, they are so inconsistent with that. It's quite frustrating to watch, frankly. Another guy that is a loser, but he didn't even play, is Carney Chukwuemeka. Now it is 3 matches of not playing for Carney Chukwuemeka. What is going to be the decision here? He is a very talented player, but he needs match time. He needs games. We know that when he is out there, he is a very, a very strong player in those half spaces. But if he's not getting the opportunity, I think Chelsea need to consider sending him out on loan. I know he has that £40 million release clause. Nobody's going to pay that right now. But if it's a matter of him sitting on the bench or getting game time, I would rather him get game time because there is a player in there. But I think Chelsea need to kind of make a decision now, right? Let's get him a good loan where he is going to play a lot and really cultivate that talent, right? Or you risk having him sit on the bench and you have that talent go to waste and he just might not find a game. Now, injuries will happen. He will get some minutes for sure. But if Samu Maradian's coming in or Victor Osimhen or whoever's coming in at striker, and then you have Mark Guiu, and Nkunku's not going to be playing striker. He's going to be playing that position that Carney's going to play. So what is going to be the resolution for Carney Chukwuemeka? And I'm not sure at this point, and I wish he would play a little bit more in these preseason matches just to get a little bit more of a feel, because I think he was hard done by to only play 2 games so far. But he definitely needs some opportunities. Everybody else was pretty good. Gusto was pretty good. Caicedo came on late, was pretty good. Philip Jorgensen played the entire match. I was pretty impressed with his distribution. Made one little error that led to a goal that really wasn't all his fault. But I think Jorgensen I'm very comfortable with him back there. I think his distribution was good. His ability to link up with the dropping midfielder that was kind of dropping into that vacated center back position, because Badiashile was all the way on that left-hand side. So I felt comfortable. I think this was a step forward. Despite the result, despite that first 25 minutes, I thought Chelsea was the better team in this. So we move on to Inter Milan. We will be doing a live watch along for that live here on the channel. So we'll be bringing that to you. We've really been doing great with the watch along, so love all the support that you've been getting. If you want to like, comment, subscribe to the video, that is always a great deal of success. We are over 420 subscribers at this point, so that has been a tremendous growth over the last couple of months, and I have everyone, all the thanks go to you guys for supporting the channel. If you want to follow me on Twitter at CFCDP1, you can find my latest thoughts and takes about everything that's going on Chelsea there. And we will see you very soon. We'll probably have a video that comes out before the Inter Milan game, so you guys can stay tuned to the channel, turn those notification bells on, and get the latest from me. Thank you. Have a good night.